Today we're taking a tour of this Cheoy 52 Motorsailor. So this is Kinship, our new to us Cheoy 52. So it's 52 feet long, the beam is 5 meters, and the draft is 1.8 meters, or 1.7 meters, sorry. Dry weight is 30.8 tons. It's a Motorsailor, so it has 2 engines, 120 horsepower engines. I'll put the name of the engine on the screen. And this boat is from 1982. I'll add other stats as I remember them when I'm editing. But we've been doing a fair bit of work refitting this boat recently, so it's all set to go. First thing, we have this beautiful davit system and large swim deck. There's actually a problem with this swim deck. It's a little bit too low at the moment, and so when the boat's motoring, the back drops down and this actually goes under the water a little bit. Even though it's a solid 1/2 meter off the bottom, you can't tell the scale, but this is a big boat, by the way. Let me go back to the bow, and then there's the davits. We've got a 3.1 meter rib on. I forgot the name of it, but I'll put it in the editing. Sorry about that. I'll just go back to the bow and show you guys the scale, and then I'm gonna hop on and go over the upper deck. How do I show this? I'm standing on a good 1.5 foot high floating dock here. I'm 5'10", probably with shoes on, and this bow is well higher than me. This has got to be, honestly, it's close to 8 feet high out of the water. That's when we're not moving. When you're moving, the bow rises up. Honestly, if you were motoring into waves, it'd have to be over 9 feet of vertical height for the wave to get over the bow, which is nuts. Even when I'm standing here next to the boat, remember, I am 1/2 foot, 1.5 foot, sorry, off the water, and that's my chest height right there. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on, let me check. Sorry. This is that's my chest height right there, and I am 1.5 foot off the water. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. That anchor is now ornamental. It used to be like the original anchor back in the 1980s, but it's now doesn't really do anything. I think we could probably still use it. I don't think it has chain though. I think it's just sort of stuck there, however it's stuck there with So we got a catch rig, a decently big mizzen sail though. It's not much smaller than the main. Then we've got a front sail. We are capable of running 2 spinnakers on a reach, which is pretty cool, but we haven't fully tested it yet. I'm gonna start from the front now. So we'll walk up to the front. Firstly, this deck space is enormous. I'm trying to show scale. There is just so much space here. You could, if you wanted to fit a ton of people on the boat, you could easily get them in swags on the deck. It's really spacious. We've got a brand new winch. I'll put the stats for this winch in the description. This is the Rockner 50. We had a 40 originally, but we upgraded it because the stats for the boat and the weight said that we needed a 40. We're gonna have set up a better system here. We've got just a single snubber rope, but what we want to do is set up a bridle that comes out of there, and that way the boat will stop hunting, because it has a bit of a tendency to hunt. So you can put the rib on the front. A 3.1 meter rib fits really easily here, because once again this boat is 5 meters wide. And then we'll have a look at the main here. We've got a spinnaker pole set up on a track, which works really well. And then we got some nice windows. That is so you can hoist the spinnaker, not the spinnaker, the rib, and hang it from the side. So that's what this pole is for here, and the pulley system. What else do I show here? This is just the spinnaker halyard, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. I think that's most of the features of the front. This hatch leads to the front V-berth, which we'll go through eventually. I'm going to cruise down to the back now. We have the head sail on a traveller track. This is sort of the main sheet system. It comes around to the side here, and then the main halyard and head sail furlough go around the other side, sort of following a similar system. So now we come to the back deck where we have this beautiful couch sort of system. We don't have the pillows properly set out, but sort of get an idea of what it looks like. Plenty of space for the rib at the back. And this is the mizzen system. We got the main sheet on this block, halyard and everything here. Works pretty well. We've got a barbecue table here. We had this added on, this wasn't here originally. That works really well. It's a nice spot for it because it stays out of the wind behind the big pilot house here. This nice table as well is really good. What else do we got? A bell, in case you're interested in the bell. I'm just trying to think. We'll just have a look once again at this back swim deck and a simple davit system. I'm just trying to show as much as I can, so if I forget to talk about something I can edit in some writing over the top or voiceovers. Radar up there on the mizzen. Calm down. Alright, let's go inside to the pilot house now. Now this pilot house is, like, once again pretty spacious. I've got a bit of headroom, not a lot, but a fair bit. If you're extremely tall you'd hit your head, but if you're like, you'd have to be like 6'5" probably. Got a big dashboard here. This is an iPad that we use for navigation. The reason being is we have this one, but it's just not the best. Firstly, it's not Navionics, which we could change, but we just haven't. And I don't know, it's just quite a small screen. It's a bit out of the way. So we thought we needed a bit of a bigger, brighter one to go along with it. Classic depth. We've got two depth things. We've got a fish finder and there's like an older one that I guess came from older models. Obviously 2 engines, so we got 2 RPMs, 2 engine battery voltages, 2 temperature gauges. We've got extra electrical temperature gauges here. These do both the gearbox. These do both the gearbox and the just normal engine block temp. So that's autopilot, by the way. Obviously wind reader, we have a road counter, count how much chain we're putting out. This shows which way the rudders turn. It's not quite, I haven't tuned that correctly yet though, I'm getting around to it. Typical compass, and you know, you get decent vision out here, and if you're docking you can kind of come to the side and see vaguely off the side. Radio's up there. And there's a nice little table here which makes for a good desk. This is the only place where you can get 24 volt power, 240 volt power from the in the boat. So there's just an inverter down there and that's running stuff like that. So that's where I have to charge my laptop and anything that isn't 12 volt charging. This couch very easily fits 3 people, doesn't really fit 4. So we've got this extra little seat here. It's a good co-pilot seat. You actually get great vision out of the cockpit, where this one, I don't know if I can show you, but if I'm sitting here, this is about my eye level, you can't really see over the bow much. Whereas if you're standing up, you can see a lot more. But if you sit here, you get a fair bit better vision. This is my eye line. So we had this seat built. We had this seat built recently and it's been very good. We have a speaker system as well, in case we need to listen to music. Charge controller, Cheoy yard number, Cheoy Shipyards Ltd 1980. So the boat's from 1982, I can't remember if I said that already. And this is the steering wheel, obviously, I don't know if I'm showing it. We have a high frequency radio as well, but I actually don't know how to use it. All the electronics. So we have some more essential switches here and battery controls, and then we have the rest of the circuit breakers go here. So that's all the 240 stuff. And then down here we have your typical thing. You can pause the video and look at them if you're interested. Bilge alarms, bilge pump. I don't know if that works. And then some thrusters and windlass controls. So we have 2 engines, like I said, 2 twin screw and a bow thruster. I'm going to take my shoes off and go downstairs. Okay, so from the pilot house coming downstairs, there's like 3 good steps, and this area is amazing. Really spacious, really well lit. don't get the feeling of the cave at all that you get on most boats. Like, you can almost sail the boat from this level, to be honest. Like, when you're sailing along, you get such a good view. Like, cooking or doing dishes here, you get a great view out this way. It's not great right now because there's a big catamaran in the way, or maybe you'd like to look at that, but when there's just a nice ocean or a sunset, it's amazing out here. Classic sink setup. We've got, this is like water that's gone through a filter, so it's filtered water, and then just normal straight tank water. A stove here, it isn't gimbaled, which isn't ideal, but there's not a lot of, like, it's got pretty good lips here. Stuff can't really slide around a whole lot. Nice oven and griller here as well. Just make sure everything's in frame. Yeah, and a blower obviously. Fridge is decently sized. We have it packed full at the moment because we're about to have 10 people on board for a week. Is this boat capable of sleeping 10 people? No, it is not. So, we're gonna have some people lying on the floor, but oh well, it's fun. We're just chilling out here in the Bay of Islands anyway. It's not that big a deal. So this couch is awesome. Super round. You can fit, I mean, you can fit so many people here. And this storage under every seat, by the way. I should have mentioned this earlier. Every one of these seats have storage. Every one of the seats outside are lazarettes, so they have heaps of storage underneath them. Just a fan. That screen I don't think works. These things, there's little boxes that are quite ugly. They're speakers, so we have more music. We have a pretty cool custom cheese board. It's upside down, but it's a picture of the boat. It says kinship. This desk is, I mean, that's so spacious as well. I can lay my whole arm along that. It's pretty nice. Like, you can have people eating around the table and a couple of people eating up here. Sometimes I prefer to eat up here because you get a better view out the windows. When you're sitting down, that's quite low. You can't see out the windows as much. Curtains all round. We're gonna go into the back room now. It's very messy, so excuse that. Oh, red light. All these lights, by the way, these are the lights that light up most of the place. Almost all of them go red and white. So you got a bit of like a, we use it as a laundry. We got a washing machine, and lots of storage around here. Fishing rods, ladders, life jackets, heaps of storage. Coming into the main cabin, the master cabin, apologies. Once again, the lights off. This is the main cabin. Again, really spacious. Like, that's normally a couch, but I'm using that as a bed at the moment because there's 10 people coming on the boat, like I've said about 5 times. This is a mirror, hello. This is a queen bed, I believe. Coming in, another mirror. Oh, we actually have 240 here as well, I forgot that. I said there was only the pilot house, but there's not. There's here as well. But it's not a desk, that's sort of no good for coding computers. But yeah, once again, all of this, like, that's deep. Like, even this cupboard here, I can put my whole forearm in. Like, that's so much storage everywhere, as a boat should have, in my opinion. You can never have too much storage. So yeah, that's that. We'll come into the bathroom. Let me turn this light on. That's the fan. Okay, that flashed. That was weird. This bathroom is the master cabin bathroom, so it's a fair bit bigger than the. We have another bathroom further forward. It's a lot more squishy, so I can sort of show this one better. This one's got a fair bit of space. Nice sink of hot and cold. The toilets are flushing. I'll put the name of the actual type of toilet there. I can't remember. It's like a vacuum toilet or something. Big old mirror. This sort of shows the amount of space I have in here. Like, it's a lot of space for a bathroom on a boat, especially only a 52-foot boat. If I just have a look into the shower here, it's just your classic little shower. I'll give you a sense of scale. It's not that small, really. I mean, am I just in the dark? I am. Hang on. There's a light here. It's red. There we go. I mean, that's pretty spacious, really. And there's a bit of headroom. Just show my feet. Okay. Well, we'll move on out now. This is the transformer for the washing machine. It's on a 110 volt system, I believe. Just the washing. There's two things on 110 volt systems here from like the old electrical system before we had it overhauled. There's this, and there's the freezer, which we have a separate freezer and another freezer, because there's the freezer I already showed you, and there's another one. So we have a transformer there and another sort of charge controller there for something else, I think. We will go over into the front of the boat now. So up these stairs, down these ones. I don't know if there's a light here. Oh, there is too. Sweet. This is like a corridor sort of area. Engine room's in there. We'll go in there in a sec. But I think I'll get the boring stuff out of the way first, in my opinion. That's a freezer. I can open it if we want. Cut this out. It's just got like this sort of doors. We don't have anything in it right now, but a lot more freezing capacity if necessary, which will be good for our crossings. And this is sort of like a bit of an unused space. It's just like a corridor. This area, I don't really know what it's for, to be honest. It's like not big enough to be a bed, but a very large open space. And I guess there's like some tie down points we can store stuff here. It's basically just more storage, but I don't really like having benches because stuff's just gonna fall off when we're rocking. But anyway, I'm not sure. So this is the second bathroom. I've just come, sorry. So we've got like, that's where the mast is. So we're under the mast, the main mast right now. So we can come through here into the, I believe it's like a crew bathroom is originally what it was meant to be, because this is much smaller. It's still quite wide, but nowhere near as wide, and quite narrow this way. Like I've only got sort of my shoulder width or a bit more. Exact same toilet. This sink is new. When we first got the boat, there was this big candle right here, and we took it sailing in some crazy wind and waves, and the candle fell down and smashed the sink, so we had to put a new sink in. And this has got like a funny shower system where it's got like a shower, and it's sort of like this seat which has been waterproofed up. I don't know what's going on here, to be honest. And then it's got this cupboard full of just stuff which I haven't been through yet. It's a bunch of junk, but yeah, it's a shower slash storage area for, but it looks like there's a bunch of oil in there, so it's a bit weird. Anyway, we're coming into the crew. Maybe this is like a guest cabin, because we got a slightly less than queen bed. It's obviously custom made because it's sort of on an angle that way. But it's, you know, once again, like, it's a decent space right here. Like you can fit two people in this bed pretty easily. It's quite a comfy room. I really like this. Is usually my room. My parents are in the master cabin. I'm in this room. This bed is so comfy, by the way. I love it. So I've got like a mirror here. Nice big full wardrobe in this one, which the master cabin doesn't have, I don't think. I'll double check that. Anyway, so that's that room. It's got lots of storage. You can store stuff under the bed as well. I mean, if you know boats, you know storage is everywhere. Like I'm not gonna bother showing everywhere you can store stuff, because I don't know everywhere you can store, because there's literally just so much space. Coming into the V-berth, I mean, it's just your classic V-berth, to be honest. It has these are shelves. I think maybe once upon a time, because it like, I'll show here, it goes like, oh, I can't see. How do I make you see? Where's the light? These lights? I don't know, hopefully you can see this. Oh, you can. I assume that it used to be like this shelf here came the whole way across, and it actually made 4 beds, possibly, at one point. Obviously storage under here. That's another cupboard. Tiny little mirror, so I'll show like a bit of a scale. I mean, still heaps of headroom. I'm up on a step, by the way, as well. So there's a step here. It's just more storage, I assume. And then this is the hatch that we saw before from above. And forward here is the chain locker, which Feels like it's got chain resting on it, so I won't open it in case the chain falls out. Yeah, just your classic V-berth. Nothing exciting there. On to the engine room, I believe. Okay, I found the lights. So this, I'm squatting down right now. And this door is, you know, it's pretty small, but not that bad. Like if you just sit down, you can sort of duck your way in pretty easily if you're a reasonably not huge guy like myself. So there's like a little workbench thingy here. And remember everyone, I'm sitting down right now, by the way, in case you sort of get confused on the size of things. I'm sitting down, I've got this much room above me. You're crawling around in here, but it is still, I mean, for an engine room on a yacht, pretty good. This is our generator. I will put the stats in the description. You'll see the stats on screen right here. I don't know anything about this, to be honest. It works well, and it's diesel. And these are our engines. I'll put the names of them in the description too. It's, oh, Ford Lehman, that's it. These are Ford Lehman 120s, diesel engines. They go pretty good. We'll do a separate video on boat speeds where I'll talk about different RPMs and that for motoring, and we'll also do it sailing, so stay tuned for that, guys. But yeah, alternator. I'm not an engine expert, I'm a sailing expert, to be honest, so I'm just going to show things and not talk too much so I don't make a fool of myself. But I'll just try and show as much as possible for those who are interested in engines. But to me, I just know how to fix the regular problems that happen. I don't really know what's going on. Oh, I do know what's going on here. This is new. Because we got the new max props, which I'll make another video on just the max props. We got brand new brakes, engine brakes. We didn't have these before to stop the axles spinning while we're sailing. Because this boat does sail, even though it's a Motorsailor, it does sail alright, I have to admit. Not, you know, as well as some other boats would, but sails alright. And then we've got, I guess that's the exhaust systems that are coming through here. And then that's like sort of underneath them's kind of the main bilge areas. They're not perfect engines by any means, but they've been pretty reliable so far. I haven't put a lot of hours on them personally yet, so I will do an update, or stay tuned to the videos to see how well these things actually go in the long run. They're meant to go forever, really, these engines. They're quite a good reputation. These ones aren't the greatest, they're a bit rusty in spots, but overall they're quite good. And once again, I'll just show a bit of a scale. I'm not an engine expert, guys, sorry. So I'm just trying to show as much as I can. It is hot in here, so I'm gonna get out now. If you want a better video on that, let me know and I'll get someone else to do a tour who knows a lot about engines. That's the hot water system. Don't know anything about that either, apart from that it works really well. So it heats when the engines are on, when the generator is on, and when we're on shore power, or we have to do it manually. Otherwise, yeah, it automatically heats. So, and that stays hot for ages as well, it's like days. All right, we're gonna crawl on out of here. Maybe I'll put the camera like this to show the getting out process. There we go. Not too hard if you're an agile young gentleman like myself. That's it. I will show the lazarette because I forgot to do that. But sun's setting now. It's a beautiful day out here. So the last thing I just wanted to show, because I forgot to, was this space here. This is where the cushions go, which is why it's empty, but you'd fit like 3 dead bodies just in that. And then that floor lifts up. Under there is like the steering system, but that's got so much space. You can store so much stuff on this boat. So yeah, dry weight 30.8 tons. Realistically, when you're loaded up, it's gonna be close to like 40 tons because you can just fit so many toys. It's pretty awesome. So that's pretty much, oh, the other thing I was going to show you, I forgot to as well. This winch is electric. It's the one electric winch. That's for the main halyard and the head sail furler. Cheoy. I'll just do another little pan of the boat, and then in a nice light I may as well do an outside view just to show the whole boat one more time, and then we'll call that the video. So let me know if you have any questions. Stay tuned for the boat speed video. We're going to do sailing speeds and motoring speeds, maybe even motor sailing speeds if we have the time. And then once we make that video, the next video will probably be the passage back to Australia, which we're doing in January. So that's the boat. Thank you for watching. Before I go, I should mention that when I filmed this video, I had not done many miles on the boat yet, so I wasn't super familiar with it. Please leave any comments with questions about the boat, and I'll answer every single one of them as I see them. Maybe in a year or two, I'll refilm this video once I know this boat inside and out, as we're planning to do a lot of pretty cool sailing trips with it. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll be talking about boat speeds and sailing speeds.